my beautiful, talented, compassionate, blonde ex-wife. Unfortunately, Heather Locklear couldn't be here tonight.
I was married to Bruce Willis for the first 3 Die Hard movies, which makes sense because the last 2 sucked.
She may not be the perfect wife, but trust me, she's literally the worst ex-wife on the planet.
He actually proposed to me. He gave me a huge rock, and then he smoked it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Demi Moore.
Surprised, Bruce Willis?
Yes.
Yes, I knew he would be. I mean, even though I went over everything yesterday, I knew he'd forget. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Demi Moore. I was married to Bruce Willis for the first 3 Die Hard movies, which makes sense because the last 2 sucked. After all these years, I have to say, you know what? You look good. I mean, you still look the same from the eyebrows up. But we had some great times together. I mean, we shared a lot. I had 3 beautiful, amazing children. 4 if you count Bruce. And then there's the dogs and Ashton, so that's like 6, but, you know. I mean, so... And of course, you know, like we did argue over the kids' names. And in the end, Bruce won. That's how they got stuck with Willis. But I have to say, our daughters are incredibly well-adjusted, considering 2 of them are half Bruce Willis. But let me just say, he is a great father. I mean, seriously. I mean, every Christmas, right after he would have the girls go make him his special coffee with medicine, I mean, he would come down the chimney in the wife-beater T-shirt, waving that gun, saying, "Yippee-ki-yay, mother." And then, I mean, that's what he's always called them. And they just love his taglines. I mean, but what you might not know, Bruce is super, I mean, really generous. I mean, when our daughter Rumor was a baby, and it was his turn to change the diaper in the middle of the night, he'd lean over and whisper, and he'd say, "I'll give you $1,000 right now if you change that diaper." Of course, I wouldn't do it because, well, the lawyer said, "Don't worry, we'll take care of it. We'll get it in the end." And Scout asked me not to say anything, but just last week, he offered her $1,000 to change his diaper. I mean, you know, some things never change. They don't. I mean, we were married, let's see, almost 12 years, and that's like 84 in Bruce Willis years. I mean, it's funny the things we do for a part. Like, I know that I have dyed and cut and styled my hair, I can't tell you how, a million ways, but not Bruce. I mean, that's his real hair. And ladies, let me tell you, the carpets match the drapes. I mean, I'm not saying he's bald down there. I'm just saying whichever place you look, it looks like a dick. You know, after our divorce, he said that he considered the end of our marriage his biggest failure. But Bruce, don't be so hard on yourself. You have had much bigger failures. I mean, Planet Hollywood, Hudson Hawk, Striking Distance, come on, campaigning for Michael Dukakis. I mean, turning down Clooney's role in Ocean's 11 to focus on playing the harmonica. I mean, I could go on, but they said it's a 2-hour show. So, but you know, when I look back over all the years that we've had together, we've certainly had our ups and downs, but I have to say those were some of the best times of my life. I just look at our marriage like the Sixth Sense. You were dead the whole time. All kidding aside, truly, all kidding aside, I'm really honored to be here. You are someone I truly care about. You will always have a special place in my heart. I'm so grateful that you're in my life, in our children's lives, and no matter what, you will always be family. You've been a great friend, a great father, and easily one of my top 3 husbands. Thank you. Good night.
Here he is, Tommy Lee.
Can I get a big hell yeah for Pamela? Hi, baby. Mwah.
Now for the real reason I came here tonight, to honor my beautiful, talented, compassionate, blonde ex-wife. Unfortunately, Heather Locklear couldn't be here tonight. So let's make fun of Pamela instead, okay? Okay. This is actually a special time for Pam to be here because she just turned 38 and her tits just turned 14. Pam, I'll always remember the very first time that we met. It was at a club in Los Angeles. And you spotted me from across the room. You walked up to me and you said those magical 5 words. What? I will f any drummer. Pam and I shared one of history's greatest romances. It's like that book. Who am I kidding? I've never read a book. I can barely read my tattoos. Okay, well, you can't imagine what it's like coming home to Pam every night. I mean, unless you own an inflatable doll that nags and pays for your piercings. I'm kidding, baby. I'm so kidding. Pam is the sweetest person alive. I mean, look how much she loves animals. The closest thing I've ever seen her come to animal cruelty was the time she shaved her pussy. She's always doing cool stuff to spice up our love life, like the trapeze she installed in our bedroom. To this day, I cannot go to a circus without getting a boner. Honestly, I can't go anywhere without getting a boner. Like I said, Pam, we've had our ups and downs, mostly in bed, but I'll make you a deal tonight, okay? I'll forgive you for Kid Rock. If you forgive me for the stripper in Detroit, the twins in Grand Rapids, the blonde from the House of Blues, the brunette from the House of Blues, and the redhead I'm meeting later tonight. And of course, B. Arthur. Okay, Pam, before I leave, I just wanted to say, you've always been there for me, and your spirit and kindness is an inspiration to me. Like I said 500,000 times on that damn sex tape, I love you, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brigitte Nielsen, make some noise for her.
You're crazy bitch, but you're so good I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night, scratches all down my back to keep me right on.
Hi, everybody. How are you? I'm here to set the record straight between I, myself, and Flav. I mean, like, people ask me all the time, did you actually find Flav attractive? I wouldn't know. I've only seen the top of his head. But, you know, thank you. When we were dating, you know, I started calling him Foofy Foofy. He was calling me Gita. And my parents stopped calling me completely. Yeah, not a good scene, not a good scene. Well, actually, I should say, Flav has done something for me that Sylvester Stallone never did. He stole my car. Yeah. You may have heard that thing that black guys got these, like, big penises. Don't believe that hype. All right. Okay, because I tell you something. You better listen up here, okay? Because Flav's penis, all right, is tiny, it's black, it's cute. It's like Cat Williams, but even funnier, you know? Something like that, yeah. Do you know how disturbing it is to have a man yell, "Yeah, boy," during sex? Oh, I kept telling him, "Foofy, foofy, you're not in jail anymore." Right, honey? Flav, he's a romantic guy, too. So he actually proposed to me, and he gave me a huge rock. And then he smoked it. Yeah, not good, not good. Yeah. And of course, you all know, I broke Foofy's heart when I rejected him. But he just doesn't know what a lucky man he is, because this is not only about love. I gave him fame. And I got him a show. Yeah, But I'm a nice big mama. I got all his little prostitutes a show too. Yeah. You're welcome, ladies. You're welcome. Thank you. Anyway, so Flav, Foofy, William Drayton, Mr. F. You are my soulmate. You remember when we said that we were always gonna be soulmates? I hope it's gonna be like that forever. I don't care what you guys think, okay? I love you, and I love you too. Thank you so very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Arnold.
Oh, shit. She's right beside me. Oh, shit. You know, hi. We have not been in the same room for over 18 years, and, you know, I'm not here to tear Roseanne a new one because, quite frankly, I've seen the old one, and it is spectacular. Could use a little paint, maybe a couple plants in the corners, a wicker love seat, but trust me, that baby is move-in ready. Trust me. Why am I here? Well, I'm here to honor Roseanne, and I'm here because I earned it, man, the hard way. Have any of you guys ever wrestled her? Huh? I have. Has she sent any of you guys over to Paramount to beat up Arsenio Hall for making fat jokes? I did, right? How many of you have been arrested at LAX for defending her singing? This guy right here. Have you ever had her pull a knife on you for spitting on her diet cookies? Yes, yes. That's right. Have you ever been sucker punched in the face by her purse in front of Bob Hope at his frickin' 90th birthday party? Yes. Yes, you did. Yes, it's true. At one time, we were obviously very, very close. When I was with Roseanne, and she's talked about this a lot, she had 27 personalities, and only 2 of them liked me. And one of those was a small German boy. And Rosie and I were once inseparable. We lived together, we worked together, we even got tattoos together. You remember. I got Rosie's face tattooed on my chest, and believe me, it is hard to get a woman to have sex with you when Roseanne is staring at her. It's true. It's even harder to masturbate. You know, Rosie, this is true. She actually had property of Tom Arnold tattooed on her hip, which made me the 4th largest property owner in California. Now that I'm allegedly sober and we're both in stable relationships, I want you to know, Rosie, there's no reason to be jealous of my wife, Ashley. She's tall and thin and wasn't even born when we were married. Plus, I've learned from your biggest mistake. I made her sign a prenup. That was so good, anyway. Whoa. But I just want to say something about your boyfriend, Johnny. Johnny, I want to say this to you, man. No matter what, you got to stay with this woman. She may not be the perfect wife, but trust me, she's literally the worst ex-wife on the planet. Literally. You do not want to be a guy lying on his couch with a date and hear how small your dick is on Saturday Night Live. And then The View, and then CNN, and Al Jazeera. She holds a grudge, people. You know, recently Roseanne got in trouble for accidentally wishing cancer on Chick-fil-A customers. But, accidentally. But you guys can all relax. If she had the power to wish cancer on anyone, I would have been dead in '94. You know, I met Roseanne 30 years ago. You know, remember that?
Right?
Yeah, about 30 years ago. And the first time I saw you perform, I knew you were one of the great ones. And when I got off stage, you said to me, "You sure are a funny son of a bitch." And I said, "Thanks. You want to do some blow?" And we stole the MC's car and we disappeared for 3 days. You remember that? And so began our very own white trash Camelot. For one brief shining moment.